The following podcast contains dirty language and ridiculous. The following podcast language and ridiculous. The following podcast contains naughty language and ridiculous situations. Listener discretion is advised.
The Prophecy 2, and House of a Thousand Corpses. 1944, Bernard Hill, actor in Gothica, The League of Gentlemen's Apocalypse, and The Moor. 1943, Christopher Casanova appeared in episodes of the TV series Tales from the Crypt, Fox Mystery Theater, Hammer, House of Horror, and Thriller. Hammer, House of Horror is good stuff. You got to check that out. I think it's still on Tubi. 1934, Peter Schrum appeared in Trancers, Terminator 2, and Demonic Toys. 1933, Marilyn Eastman appeared in Night of the Living Dead, Santa Claus, and Santa Claus, yes. 1933, Armin Mueller-Stahl appeared in The X-Files, 1998. And finally, in 1927, the aptly named Richard Long played Lance Schroeder in the original House on Haunted Hill. Happy birthday to all you sons of bitches.
Yeah, that was a pretty robust list. Nice work,
Told you.
MZ. Yep.
Thank you.
And yeah, so apparently we didn't have sound for a while on YouTube. Obviously, we're recording sound, so if you're watching live, you guys missed sound for the first few minutes. It got it all set though now. All right, so because I was trying to find the fucking culprit for the echo early on, I turned a bunch of stuff off and forgot to turn some back on. So that's what happens. All right, now we're gonna skip the trailer reaction because we got a lot we want to get to. We got two films, and unfortunately, we have a coffin corner. Kind of a robust one as well. Almost not quite as robust as the Bloody Birthdays, but still. Where do we start with this one?
Let's
Man,
let's go. Let's go like a wrestling card. I mean, this is not.
a
This is
wrestling
not.
card.
Yeah, it's
Who's
not.
the
It's not.
jobber?
No, all right. I mean, all right. You know what I mean? No, but there's a certain hierarchy, right? Everyone's a great, talented people. Um, I think we should lead off with like if
All
you
right,
let's
yeah, I
lead
got
off
you.
with the most recent
We'll
one.
leave the main event.
Yeah, yeah.
I think we know
I
who the
mean,
main event is on this one. So
let's agreed. If I agree with. I think let's lead off with just current body of work. The late great Gil Gerard, um, who impacted my childhood as live action Buck Rogers
yeah,
back in the day, along with the great Aaron Gray, which whatever. Some people somehow you just know what you like. And when I was 3 or 4, I just knew where my inclinations most likely veered towards. You know what I mean? You know, Aaron Gray all day, baby. But no, it was Gil Gerard was Buck Rogers in the 24th century. He was the shit. Cool spaceships. I like when they brought in Hawk, not Avery Brooks, but the first TV's Hawk. Um, but yeah, it was like Star Wars on TV back in the day,
yeah,
and I enjoyed that shit.
yeah. Way before Star Wars was on TV.
Way before Star Wars was on TV. Although I always thought it was funny though, wasn't there original draft in Star Wars where R2 would actually talk and he would sound like a Brooklyn like cabbie before they would do the beeps, the heaps, and the screeps, and then oddly enough, Twiggy later on sounded like a Brooklyn cabbie.
Brooklyn
Isn't that
Gabby.
kind of weird?
It is a little weird.
You know, right?
Yeah. Evil Corny says, was Amityville Santa mentioned by MZ?
Motherfucker.
No, no. I would have heard it from these guys if I had.
No, you fucking would have.
Is that legit? Is that a thing?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I mean, at
It
this
very
point,
well could be.
yeah, at this
It
point, I
wouldn't
believe.
surprise me if it was.
Yeah, I believe everything with that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Amityville, the fucking colonoscopy. Why fucking not?
Amityville Rubik's Cube, you know?
Yeah,
So-
yeah. Amityville Arbor Day. Fuck.
My wife
Amityville's
grew up
the
2
chip
towns away from Amityville.
really?
Yeah, and she.
Oh man.
Guess what? She never knew about Amityville
Whoa.
story.
Wow.
when I married her. Like, blew my mind. So
Wait,
I
what?
immediately blew my mind. She had no idea she lived near and knew what had happened in that town. So
That's pretty
wild.
crazy. Yeah, that is
I
wild.
immediately we were visiting Long Island when we talked about it, and I immediately drove her to the house.
Wow.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
There's
That neighborhood, they
Nice.
have signs all along it saying "Do not park."
Like
They-
make out in a park, like park, or like
my
Cruising.
my my pops lives like right down the road from the Conjuring house. And
Nice.
oh shit.
we've talked about this before. MZ talked about his hairdresser who used to who used to live there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, my dad lives like 10 minutes away from it, and I didn't know anything about the Conjuring house until the movie came out. So but
Wow.
Amityville is, that's when did the movie come out? In the 1980?
No,
First
70.
Amityville?
Yeah.
78.
1978.
Oh, okay. So I was off by a couple of years, but yeah. So you would think like that would kind of get around, but maybe not. There you
That's
go.
fucking crazy.
Right. And then don't forget Burt Young was in part 2 in 1982.
Burt Young.
Oh,
Yeah.
Burt Young, yeah.
At like 40 years old at that point.
Burt
Looking at-
never young.
Aged like beef jerky.
Right? Like it's like him and like Morgan Freeman. Like you never saw a young version. Yeah, Wilford Brimley. Like, did you ever see him without the mustache? No.
Burt Mustin.
Did you ever see him not look 80 years old, even when he was in his
Right?
fucking 30s and 40s?
Even when he was like fucking.
Anthony, you know the actor Burt Mustin, right?
Hold on. I may know the face.
You'll know the face.
You'll probably know. Well, if it's one of MZ's.
Oh, yeah. I definitely remember him. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy was 80 when he was 30.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. He lived a pretty good life, I'll say that.
Yeah, he lived to be like 96 or 97. I mean,
For his 6th birthday, they gave him an AARP card.
All right, who else we
but
got?
Yeah,
Oh, God.
but yeah,
Sorry.
Gil Gerard. Yeah, I
Yep.
mean, I was no big fan of his, and I mean, I never really was into what he did. I mean, and he did some cheap ass horror films back, late in his career. But I mean, I never watched Buck Rogers either, so I really know very little about him. But another one that died was Bob Burns, actor, producer, but best known for being a big time horror collector of collectibles of like movie props. This guy had everything. Everything. One of his proudest pieces that he owned, and he let people hold on to it and take pictures of it, was his little animatronic of the original animatronic of Mighty Joe Young. It's like, oh my God, can you imagine what it must be like holding on to that? That is a piece of big time history.
I think I know a few collectors that are already making calls right now.
Really. I am not a bit surprised. That should be a museum, though.
I agree.
Like the Acker Mansion. Bob Burns has so much stuff. That should be a museum. The Bob Burns Museum of Horror Collectibles or whatever. Horror
Guys
history.
calling his wife. He's like, hey, thoughts and prayers. By the way, that whole Mighty Joe Young thing. What are you gonna do? Funerals are expensive. I'll buy it.
They turn it into a museum, and his wife's like, he promised me I'd make a couple of bucks when he died.
Yeah, yeah. But the stuff he had was just ridiculous. He had the pulse rifles from Aliens and
Oh wow.
just crazy stuff. I mean, go look at his stuff. Look it up. You'll be amazed at what this guy had.
Super nice guy from all accounts, too.
Yeah, yeah. I had no idea he was 90. I never would have guessed he was 90. God damn,
So
there he
young.
was. Awesome. And
Collecting
such
dust.
a shame.
Yeah.
Such a shame.
Yep.
And then finally we come to Rob Reiner,
Oh,
who
well, before Rob Reiner, I do want to mention the late great Peter Green. You know him as Zed
Yep.
in Pulp
Zed's
Fiction.
dead.
If you were an action crime related movie fan in the late 90s, early 2000s, you know him. Again, Zed.
Judgment Night.
Judgment Night. Good pull.
Yep.
Redfoot
Mask.
from the Mask, Healing the
Yeah.
Mask. Redfoot from Usual Suspects.
Yep.
He was, I think, Jeff in Training Day. He was the cat in the bulletproof vest that got fucking shot for real. Such a great cinematic heel.
Yeah, he was.
And definitely one of those, that, oh, it's that guy. And again, from what I saw from the interwebs, I don't know if it's real or not, but supposedly I heard he was he was in his 60s, but he was found face down, bloody face, with music playing in his apartment. And there was a note taped to his door, something about always a Westie on it. Did you guys hear about that?
No.
Oh, that's the first I'm hearing.
Because the Westies was like a Hell's Kitchen Irish gang. I'm not sure the years back in the day, but again, I don't know how much is internet hyperbole, but yeah, 60-something years old, face down, with a note on his door saying "always a Westie," or "once a Westie, always a Westie," or something like that.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. Zed's dead.
Yep. All right, and finally, this was a big one because the man made some of the best films of their genre. Like, if you look at some of the films that he's made, and you think of some of the best in that genre, he has made like some of them, some of the best films of our generation, I would say, like without hyperbole. Started off as an actor and made some really fucking great flicks, and that's the great Rob Reiner.
Yes. Mike Stivic from All in the Family. And,
Yeah.
Meathead.
He was just fantastic on that show. He was just so funny. Everyone was funny on that show, but he played such a great straight man to Archie's ultra conservative beliefs, and it was like oil and water, but yet they somehow blended. They're very much alike. Then he was married to Penny Marshall for a while, and they had a daughter, and then he went into directing, and this is Spinal Tap with his first film, and he knocked it out of the goddamn park. That's got to be one of the best debuts, directorial debuts of all time.
How is that like a first fucking film, right? Like it is still known, I think, I mean, at least for me, for my money, as the greatest mockumentary of all time. It created the mockumentary, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
See, I was wondering about that. Was Meet the Ruddles before this?
It might have been. I'm trying to think when the Ruddles came out. Let me look it up because Spinal Tap was 1984.
So I think that
it's not the first, and to be fair, it's not the first mockumentary. I think it was
it's just the best,
the best, and the biggest,
and the funniest.
Yeah, the most popular, and all that.
Yeah.
Let me see. It's so funny. Like the Ruddles is not showing up.
1978.
78. Okay, there you go. So it was before. Yeah.
Yeah, and he came out with The Princess Bride, and When Harry Met Sally, and A Few Good Men. Yeah, and did he direct the Wolf of Wall Street?
Yep.
No, that was Scorsese.
Oh, Scorsese, that's right. But he's in it. He's in it.
Yeah, he plays DiCaprio's dad.
Sorry,
right,
yeah.
right.
That's I was mixing up. He's in it. Yeah.
Yeah, and also he was
Stand By Me.
Stand By Me. Yeah, Misery. Yeah.
Like, and to your point, Wolfie.
I mean, Throw Mama from the Train. He had a small role in Throw Mama from the Train.
Yeah.
He was good friends with Billy Crystal, and they met working on All in the Family, and they've been inseparable friends ever since. Didn't he also direct My Giant?
Oh,
Who was in My Giant?
Billy Crystal and this tall basketball player that was
George
hot,
Murison, was that who it was?
Murison.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
George Murison.
No, he
Yeah.
didn't direct it. No.
No, okay. But
I wish it was
just-
Billy Crystal and Bigfoot from the Howard Stern Show. That's a fucking movie.
Yeah, George.
but
It was directed by Michael Lehman.
okay.
Yep,
What movie it is?
But just a fantastic career, and that,
Yeah.
and of course earlier this year with Spinal Tap 2, The End Continues. He was just nonstop working. From all accounts, everybody who ever worked with him say he was the greatest guy, sweet, personable, and it's just a shame. I just wish they never went to that Conan O'Brien party.
Well, I don't think it had
They
anything to
might
do
still
with.
be alive.
I don't know if it had anything to do with that. He was a fucking kid, dude. So I mean,
Yeah, but
Well,
yeah, but
supposedly
it also,
that was where altercation where his son
yeah,
was on.
I
his
get
mind
it, but
and-
if it wasn't then, it would have been
That-
another time because he was fucked up.
yes,
I don't.
Hey,
I
honey,
don't,
we got
yeah.
an invitation to Conan's holiday party for 2026. You want to go?
Jesus Christ.
Mm.
Oh man. So yeah, I mean, we could. I mean, we might want to spend time on this another time. Like if, I just feel like he has just been all over. Like some of the I know it came out in 1986, but when Stand By Me came out, Stephen King said it was the greatest
Stand By-
adaptation
Yeah.
of any of his work. Now, obviously, there's been a lot since then. I don't know if he feels the same way, but that is a phenomenal movie. He also did The Sure Thing. I actually
Yeah.
didn't
Oh shit,
realize he
with
did
John Cusack.
John Cusack,
John Cusack.
and
Yeah.
Daphne Zuniga.
Misery.
Cusack
How could we
had a
forget
Marie
Misery?
post.
Yeah, Nicolette Sheridan was The Sure Thing.
Most likely the first movie. The Misery is probably most likely the first movie to mention Worcester, Massachusetts.
I don't know
And
about
I
that,
saw that
but
in the theater. I saw it in the theater in Worcester at that time,
nice.
and everyone kind of gasped when Annie Wilkes mentioned Worcester, Massachusetts, and everyone was like gasping and like, look at that. And I got a kick out of that. That
Yeah.
was funny.
Oh, those dirty birdies in Worcester, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Tim Robbins, Anthony Edwards were all in The Sure Thing. I haven't seen that movie since
Yeah.
maybe the 80s. It's been a long time.
I saw that the first time I flew to Florida after my parents got divorced. That was the fucking plane on the fucking
He's playing on the plane.
going out there. Yeah. But I mean, look at everything we just said so far. Any one of those movies are fucking bangers. Are like, what more do you need to do? He had fucking the mockumentary rock and roll gimmick. He had fucking angsty horror youth fucking shit. Arguably, probably one of the best romantic comedies of all time, like at least in the genre. Misery, fucking a great, the fairy tale fucking movie, fairy tale love story, fucking military courtroom drama. What's up, dude?
What's
He also,
What's
don't
up?
forget, he also did North,
Well,
which
Williams.
if you saw the I think it was the screen. I think it was like the Screen Actors Guild Awards ceremony, and
I
Rob
did see this.
Reiner read Roger Ebert's review of North, which is one of the greatest moments in Hollywood history. It is fantastic. If you've never seen it, check it out. It is hilarious.
That
And
that
Rob
came
was a
up
good
on my
sport
feed.
about it.
yeah.
Rob was a good sport about it.
Is this the most craziest Hollywood death since Phil Hartman?
Robert Blake too.
No, he
Well,
was a
it's-
killer, but he killed somebody.
Oh, you're right.
Like,
well, you
like,
didn't.
like,
Well, it's because you never expected it. You didn't know it was coming. I mean,
but like, oh, OJ, Robert Blake, that's a different story. I think Gene Hackman and his wife could have gone this route, but seems it was normal, just feces odor in the house that killed them.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
fucking
That
normal.
I actually forgot about that. That was It's not the same thing, but yeah, it is still kind of a crazy thing.
Well, also Gene Hackman was in his 90s.
Right, right.
No, fair,
Yeah, I
but in
mean,
terms of like
if the
being
smell of shit
murdered
didn't kill him, then age certainly would have.
by loved ones, like we've seen the actors doing the killing, but very rarely the actors getting killed.
Yeah, it sucks.
Natalie Wood too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Natalie Wood. Yeah. Well,
But
ask Robert Urich about that.
I
Mhm.
like, even if he had only done This Is Spinal Tap, like this would be a
Right.
huge loss for me. It's fucking Mr. DeBerge. I mean, come on. Like,
Oh,
how many times have
yeah.
we said that to each other? Like, hello, Mr. DeBerge. And it's from a fucking outtake from Spinal Tap. Like, we quote a fucking outtake from Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
And
Touch me.
don't touch me.
Hello, Mr. DeBerge. Ha, 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 ha.
Yeah. Oh man. It's
He
a
had one in a can. He has one coming out
yeah. There
next
is.
year.
Yeah.
His
Oh, that's
final
right.
film is the Spinal Tap sequel.
Yeah. Another one. Yep.
Yeah, another one.
So, I mean, we could spend a lot of time on this. I think it's something we may want to revisit down the road. You know, the impact that he had on film, especially horror. I mean, there's no denying, Misery and Stand by Me are
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
who knows if those don't do well? Maybe Stephen King adaptations aren't as popular. You know, who fucking knows, right? Like, Misery was legitimized King adaptations, I think. So
Yeah. Well, they won Oscars.
yeah,
so.
that's what I mean. Yeah. So it's a real shame, and we could spend a lot more time, but we have a lot to get to. So I think we'll have to revisit this. But yeah, what we'll do is we'll head to a break. We'll do a real quick lead up, head to a break, come back. We're gonna talk about Good Boy, and then after that we'll be talking about Shelby Oaks. So yeah, let's do a quick sort of wind down here. If you guys want to support the show, the best way is through Patreon, patreon.com/trickortreatradio. Head on over there, and you can join for as little as $2 a month. We do Patreon exclusive episodes every single month. You won't find them anywhere else. So you get something back for your hard-earned cash, and we appreciate all and any and all support. If you want, you can also just support for free, and you know, occasionally we'll send out offers for reduced months or you know, things like that. So if you want to just kind of follow what we're doing, you can go ahead and do that for free. So give it a look, patreon.com/trickortreatradio. Go to trickortreatradio.com, click on the Amazon logo, use it to buy all your shit. Helps us. We get a tiny little cut. And on trickortreatradio.com, we have the greatest hits. Just click on store. It'll bring you right there. You can check that out as well. And Raven Shadow, you want to do a quick sort of lead in here into the break?
Yeah, real quick. It sucks. Everyone in the world's got problems. Everyone's dealing with some shit. But definitely a friend of the show, a friend of ours, I saw on social media is going through some shit. I just wanted to give a big shout out to Casual Noob Cybot. You know what I mean? Much love, brother. And keep fighting the good fight, man. So I hope everyone out there can share some love. And for this time, for next time, for Casual Noob, just strap on.
Yeah, strap on and we'll be right back.
Guests of Trick or Treat Radio stay at the luxurious Raven Chateau, located on the back roads of beautiful Leicester, Massachusetts. Enjoy the wonderfully half-manicured lawn as well as roomy parking in the street. Enjoy fine dining in our antique home-style kitchen with all the Uncrustables and Rolling Rock you can consume, breakfast, lunch, and supper. Sleep in our beautiful twin beds with our unique cat hair, dog hair blend pillows, accompanied with our special DC, Marvel, and X-Pac motif throughout. And for a limited time, if you say Bombaleo when checking in, you'll receive 15% off your next stay. The Raven Chateau, where quality matters, and home to the world's largest urinal.
Hey, you matzo heads. This is Larry Fine, and you're listening to Trick or Treat Radio.
See ya! Help me! Somebody help me! Torpedo!
Keep cool! Use your head, don't lose it! Open and close your legs like a scissor. Keep up a steady rhythm. Now cup your hands downward and move them in a figure 8 motion.
I'm treading water!
You got it! Never play around water alone.
Now I know.
And knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe!
I'm tired of candy, tired of gum, tired of hunger, and food that's no fun. I'm tired of pretending I don't like spaghetti, but school lunch keeps me roaring ready and rock steady. Pizza, spaghetti, burgers.
With Chow Daddy in your school cafeteria, it's the fun place to be for lunch.
Desserts.
Prolonged exposure to Trick or Treat Radio may result in one or more of the following ailments: dry cough, wheezing, runny nose, loss of teeth, ingrown toenails, jaundice, ear hair, fallen arches, scabs, warts, welts, abscesses, bloody stool, whitening of the gums, blurred vision, Hottentot bustle, excessive earwax buildup, collapsed lungs, alcoholism, Lou Gehrig's disease, shrunken testicles, severe acne, vertigo, clubbed feet, weight gain, weight loss, flared nostrils, swelling of the anal glands, urinary burning, protruding tail, kidney failure, and inverted nipples. If you suffer from any of these physical problems, seek professional medical assistance immediately.
It is time for our feature presentation. And we're going to be talking about the film Good Boy. Let me go ahead and pull up the details here. All right, so this film is streaming exclusively on Shudder. You guys can check it out there. It is directed by Ben Leonberg and written by Ben Leonberg and Alex Cannon. And the film stars Indy as himself, Indy the dog, Shane Jensen, Ariel Friedman, and sort of Larry Fessenden.
Yeah, he's in it.
Yeah, he is. It's pictures and videos, and we don't really see his face too much, but yeah. So we got Uncle Larry. And the synopsis for this film: a loyal dog moves to a rural family home with his owner, only to discover supernatural forces lurking in the shadows. As dark entities threaten his human companion, the brave pup must fight to protect the one he loves most. All right, so this I love the subgenres listed here on IMDb, because I don't agree with them. Like, really? B-horror, body horror, folk horror? Really?
No.
There's others: monster horror, psychological horror, supernatural horror. Let's just call it a horror film. Okay? Like, some of that stuff is it's kind of laughable to even really say body horror or folk horror, I think.
Yeah,
So,
no.
any horror movie in the woods is automatically folk.
Yeah, I know. There's really
Apparently.
not much folk about this.
No.
So all right, well, let's dive in, and actually let me just say first, Ben Leonberg is the director, and this is his first feature film. He's done some shorts, and he's also done some looks like he did a music video. So this is his first feature film, and Indy is his dog. So the director His dog is Indy, and as far as I know, I think this is Indy's first film. Oh, actually, wait. What? It says, "Oh, Daredevil Born Again, emotional support animal in the music department." That's weird, right?
Well, it's
Yeah.
stressful making a soundtrack for a film like that.
I know. I wonder if Ben Leonberg worked on that, because it'd be weird if Indy got hired to do that.
Yeah, when your dog gets more credits than you do. Like, fuck.
Your dog's cutting a Disney check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny, actually. All right, so anyways, I'm not going to dig any deeper, but let's dive in and talk about Good Boy. Well, why don't we kick it off, MZ? And I'm going to go run and get a drink. I went to get a drink. I ended up talking to Tanya, and I didn't get my drink, so I'm just going to go run to the kitchen. But kick us off, MZ.
Right. Okay, well, I know that this movie has been making the rounds, and some people have been discussing this favorably. I will say that this f- this film feels like it's this generation's Superman in terms of the tagline. You will believe a man can fly. This film, you will believe a dog can act. Um, probably not. Probably not since John Carpenter's The Thing have I ever seen legitimate acting from a dog in a film. Uh, I am. I was really nervous about when the film was over, whether or not Indy was going to get the starring credit, and he did. And I'm like, thank God for that. That would have killed me if he was like, and introducing Indy as Indy.
Right.
This was taken an interesting approach on how they were going to set the story, the characters, and I'm glad that they went with the way they did it. They never used any kind of doggo vision, first dog perspective. They didn't do any of that. But what they did was the camera angles that they used was so important for us to realize that we're seeing this movie through the dog's eyes, completely from the dog's point of view. And Indy puts in a performance that I can understand why early talk was the fans saying, you got to give this dog some sort of an award, because the acting that this dog does is absolutely fantastic. And that sounds ridiculous. That sounds so ridiculous, and I get it. But what I did is that I'm watching this film, and I'm putting in place of the dog, I'm putting the place of a gullible small child. And everything that I'm thinking that child would do, that dog is doing. The tilting of the head, the look in the eyes, um, his reactionary, his body language, his facial features, his reactions. Um, it's incredible. And I know editing plays a big part in that, but I never really felt like there was somebody off screen going, "Okay, Indy, come here, come here, come here," and and the dog would come over. I never sensed that at all, and I've always sensed that in other animals, in other films. Here, I never sensed that at all. Uh, it is an amazing performance. And the idea of how they keep all the people, particularly the owner of the dog, in the shadows. Uh, you never see his face. Very rarely do you see his face, and you do as soon as things start picking up towards the end. But otherwise, you get nothing from the humans. It's all from the dog, and the dog is fantastic. There are some caveats with this film, however. It's not perfect. But that's my opening statement right now. That dog is ridiculously good.
Looks like we have a cameo.
Yeah, we have an intruder to the room. No manners, just barged in the door. So
He fits
Well,
right in.
hey, he's bringing the rent up on this place.
yeah, say hi.
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 Hey, buddy.
Can you say I love Trick or Treat Radio?
I love you.
Yeah.
That's
You
the
sound
best
like
promo.
Raven Shadow
we
after
ever
he's
got.
had a
One more
few too
time.
many.
I love it.
I love Trick or Treat Radio. I'll get it another time for you.
Oh,
But
that's
it's
amazing.
well
Young
past
brother.
this man's bedtime.
Yep.
Good night, kid.
Awesome. That was great.
Go see Mom.
It's 10 o'clock at night. What's he doing up?
He's my kid. He's a night owl.
Okay.
He really is. He was all jazzed up because he was good at school today, so we got him one of the Disney Happy Meals he wanted. So
Oh, damn. Nice.
apologies.
No,
Back on
no,
tour.
you're good. Yeah. Raven Shaw, how about you? Let's hear your first impression of Good Boy.
So yeah, I've never saw a trailer. I just know of it, and it was a little bit challenging to watch. I do appreciate Wolfie pushing this out a little bit, and like the great Mike Muir once said, if I can paraphrase, I ain't got a monopoly on sorrow. But with the recent crossing over of Oliver, it was a little challenging lens. Oddly enough, because the size of the dog and the breed of the dog, the Supergirl trailer hit me harder than this did. But there were definitely a couple scenes. You have a kind of skinny, bearded, longish-haired guy who lives alone with his dog, who's in and out of maybe rehab. We don't know. But it's got some medical problems, and I think it was the opening video scene really got me a bit, and I think this speaks to anybody who's had a loved one or furry friend. That was a little bit challenging, but I agree with MZ. While the dog wouldn't be aware he got an award, he might just poop on the carpet. He was fucking great. Like, I mean, I thought this was like a fucking service dog, like the Green Beret of fucking service dogs. Like this fucking animal fucking put in some performances. I was a little bothered by his lack of barking and sound. At least my experience with Ollie, like he has no problem going at something fucking weird. He was my home defense system. The sound that I grew to fucking hate was the vibrating fucking phone. I was out of my mind in the first fucking 20 minutes. Dog, answer your fucking phone or put the shit on fucking silent. If you fucked up, don't make us fucking deal with it. That fucking killed me. That fucking killed me. While this movie was only an hour and 13 minutes for humans, I feel this was 2 hours and 25 minutes in dog years. Motherfucker. This fucking was a little bit long in the dog tooth, if you will. A little bit of Shining meets Babadook vibe. I don't know where I land on it. I'm interested in where this conversation goes. Yeah, but Indy, yeah, good dog brother.
Good boy.
Good boy. Damn good boy.
All right. Anthony, how about you?
I think you guys really covered how talented that canine is. Like, move over Toto, right?
Right.
Like Indy's got chops, and I really hope that the dog can have a couple more opportunities to show what they're capable of. One of the things right out of the gates, first of all, I want to send my condolences to Raven Shadow, because I knew the length and longevity of the illness of your friend, your little companion. I know what it's like. I've lost a couple myself. And I was thinking
Thank
of
you,
you,
brother.
especially during that opening scene. I'm like, this must be a really hard task this time around. But, I think that, this movie was, in an odd way, a family film. In a very, very odd way, with the familial curse, and also with the chosen family. Like, that dog was a part of that family and is a part of that family. It was incredibly well shot. Like, I want to compliment what MZ said, that like literally the framing on this was incredible, and it accomplished its job in not exactly putting you in the dog's eyes, but you were there in a capacity where you felt like you were its owner.
Yes,
And you
yes.
had a love and attachment and care to that dog, who was truly right out of the gates a good boy. And and we're all animal lovers on this show. Like, one of the things that I met you guys on was my dog Oscar.
Oscar.
Yeah, he lived till he was 18 and a half.
Good
you know
brother.
but and I was inconsolable for ages after that dog. But at the same time, I think that there is an innate ability in everyone to want to care for something that is at risk, and they did a really good job of right out of the gate showing you wanting to care for that dog, because you knew that dog was not leaving that owner's side before the credits rolled at the beginning. The opening credits took a while to run, and they did a lot of good establishing in that before you got to the opening credits.
Yeah. I agree. For me, I mean, I agree with a lot of what you guys said, so I'll try to make it a little brief. But the film, I think, is a technical marvel. Like, it's shot incredibly well, and they really do a great job of showing Indy's perspective, which is everything in this movie, right? They barely show the humans, which I appreciate.
Yes, less humans, please.
Yeah. And actually, let me read something from the chat here. This is from James Ellis, Emma Stone's resounding skin tag. That's a good one. He says, as truncated as Good Boy is, it is impressive for its commitment to dog training. The ending doesn't quite land, though. Bizarrely, a lot of it reminded me of old cartoons where you couldn't really see the parental figures or the protagonist.
Oh.
Just the legs,
Yeah,
not a torso in sight.
Yeah, like Tom and Jerry.
Yeah.
Thomas! Yeah. And so I would agree with that. I think Indy is fucking adorable. Like, he is an adorable dog, and I think I'm not downplaying the talent on screen, because it was impressive to see what Indy was able to do. I think it helped a lot that the director is Indy's person, right?
Yeah.
And if it wasn't, I think it would have been a little bit different. And this is sort of a, it's a low budget movie, and they made this over the course of a few years, I believe. And so a lot of the shoots were probably just Indy, the director, and maybe one or two other actors and a small crew or something. So I'm sure it was very intimate, and that helped a lot as well. So yeah, kudos. I mean, Indy was really good in this. There was some things I will say, like, I looked up specifically about this to see, does the dog die? Like, because before we watched it, and I just wanted to see, and I guess I won't say if people haven't seen it, or should we? I mean, I don't know, like. But
our discussion on it hopefully could fall short of the film's runtime too. Like,
yeah,
that's how short a film it was.
Yeah.
So folks could easily consume it.
Yeah. So I guess I won't say specifically, but I think people who know my, like, sort of my way of thinking might get the answer by thinking about that. But but there's some bad stuff that happens in this that is very tough to watch, for sure. And this movie, I will say, it fucking pissed me off at a couple points.
Oh yes.
So yeah, I won't go too deep into it, but I think technically this movie is a marvel. It looks really good. I think that they did a great job of shooting the humans with a lot of times with light behind them to blur out their face, or consequently in shadows. I think it did a really good job of that. But it's a tough story to tell. Like, we get this film from the perspective of Indy, and it's just that's all I'll say. It's tough. Like, if you are empathetic at all, I think you might have a really tough time with this. But it's yeah, I'll keep it there. It's impressive. I did have some issues as well. So where I'm trying to think where we go from here, because
was anybody confused by the opening scene and how it bled into the ending or the journey? Maybe.
No. One thing I don't know if this is what you're referring to, but someone earlier mentioned that they weren't sure what was wrong with Todd. Was that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
the owner.
Yeah, and the thing is, I don't think it matters. I don't think it. Because we're seeing it from Indy's perspective, and Indy wouldn't know what's wrong with him anyways, so
good point.
It doesn't matter what was wrong. And there's even that scene where he goes to see the doctor to ask about a clinical trial, and they don't mention what it is. So I think that it doesn't matter, because we're completely seeing this from Indy's point of view almost the entire time.
Yeah.
Even if it's more of a third person, or we're seeing Indy in frame, it's still how he's perceiving things.
Right. There's really no need for any specificity about what is bothering Todd physically.
Yeah.
Just that Indy knows that he's sick.
Yep.
And that's all you really need to know.
Right. For us as humans watching it, we would be curious, like, oh, what's wrong with him? Like, is it something really bad? Like,
now, see, I never felt that, because I was taken in by the complete idea that we're seeing this from the dog's point of view.
Mm-hmm.
We got camera angles that are either looking up or looking straight ahead from his line of vision. So basically, maybe about a foot and a half off the ground, probably. And it's shots of him looking up. It's so what I'm getting at is that we're seeing this whole movie from his point of view. So I was never even concerned about what was bothering him.
Oh, I wasn't either.
All I know is that, I mean, ultimately, what was bothering him was the same thing that was bothering his father, that was being played by
Larry Fessenden.
By the Fess. Yeah.
Yeah, and that it's something runs in their family. Like, they make it very clear that it's something that is handed down to the men, I would imagine, because it didn't seem like it would affect his sister or anything, So
yeah.
Yep.
What's funny is that when I saw
yeah, there was. Yeah.
Although I got to admit, I did laugh when they're showing the phone, and there's the text from his wife or girlfriend or whatever saying, "Where are you, Todd?"
It was a sister.
And the only thing that sister, okay, it says, "Where are you, Todd?" And the only thing that came to my mind was, "I don't know, Margot."
you and I
got it
both.
too, right, Anthony?
Anytime I hear Todd, I hear that inflection. I can't help it.
No, Margot.
Why is the carpet wet, Todd?
Oh shit! Is that fucking Christmas Vacation?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Good call.
It ruined the name Todd for me on every level.
Yeah. but Indy is a very loyal dog, and he's loyal to Todd. And to the point where he goes out to work, he's gone all day, and he sits there at the window waiting for him to come back, and he doesn't move. And there's that little editing where it's daytime, then boom, it's suddenly night, and he's still standing there. So there's heavy loyalty with this dog and Todd. Although I do have a problem with the idea that all right, Indy is starting to see apparitions and ghostly figures of certain types, and I kind of wish Todd was kind of privy to some of this. The fact that only the dog was noticing this really doesn't fulfill my idea of how scary a haunted house movie could be, or whatever you want to call this. That, don't get me wrong, there are a couple of chair jumpers, legit chair jumpers. It will get you. It got me. I'm like, shit. You expect it, but you don't know when or how. But they come, and they are effective. There are a couple scares in this that's worth noting. But I really wish Todd was privy to some of these horrifying scenes that the dog can see. Now there's always that well, the dog can, animals can sense things that humans can't.
They can though. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I can go along with that, but in a film, does that? I mean, it doesn't really play itself out right.
But the thing
in a film,
I get what you're saying, but the thing about that is the humans didn't matter in this. Todd was affected by the shadows in another way. His sickness, that's how it manifested. Yeah. So he was affected by it,
but he wasn't aware of it.
Right.
He just was aware that he was sick. He wasn't aware that there were apparitions in the house that were causing him to be sick.
And we don't know that there were actual apparitions.
We're just assuming.
Well, so Indy knows something's up with Todd. They can smell it. Dogs can smell. They even talk about it in the movie. Dogs can smell that shit. They know when something's wrong with you, when you're not feeling well, when something's up. They also can see differently than us. They have, what is it? We do red, green, blue. They're like, I forget the colors. They see things in a more grayscale way. Yeah. And certain colors really stand out to them. So they can absolutely see things that we cannot. And their scent is, what is it, 100 or 1,000 times more, like, better than ours. They can
even more than
very
that.
Powerful.
Okay,
they can actually smell a drop of blood in an Olympic-sized pool.
That's insane.
That's their capability.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's some smell, fella.
And they also they can see almost like a neon sort of thing too, like in the dark. If you look in their eyes, it's funny. I actually, for a while, we thought Ozzy had like cataracts or something, but it turns out that they have reflectors on the back of their on the back of their eyes that reflect light that help them see in low light situations in dark. It bounces off and they can see things way better. And so a dog's senses are just, we can't even comprehend what it's like. So I actually like that, because Indy is going to perceive things that humans cannot. So I was totally fine with that. And, that's the way it manifested. I mean, it could have been, maybe they could have been more accurate to the science. Maybe it would have been a different color or something like that. I don't know. I'm not going to nitpick about that. I just feel he perceives something that Todd didn't. And that's what matters. And that is true. So for me, I didn't have a problem with it. It's just the way they showed it. Maybe they could have done it differently, but that's how they decided to do it.
Can I add one more quick factoid about dogs?
Yeah, please.
One of my other things that I do on the side is I do crisis intervention stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And we have support canines that come to these meetings. And like, before a person even knows it, Like the canine in the room will walk and sit next to somebody, and the person can appear calm, collected, everything. They can actually sense about 45 seconds before you know when you're having a stress reaction.
Wow.
They can actually pick up the chemical change in your body and go towards it. It's wild. They're just humans think they're the top of the food chain, but man, there's some gifts that these animals have that we'll never comprehend.
Mm-hmm.
We ever see those videos of people like having like strokes or having a seizure, and the dog will like like close the oven or like get them fucking, you know, ice from the refrigerator or some fucking, or brace their fall and some fucking shit. Push people out of the way from car accidents. Like literally, dogs are better humans than fucking we are.
I agree.
That's why I love the end of Begonia. I'll just say that now that we're not talking about that this week.
Hey, can we back on the film? Can I bring up something?
Please, yeah.
Didn't know there was a gang element to this. You know, like all of a sudden Air Blood shows up. You know, like
Air Blood in the Air Crypts.
In all of his like dreams and stuff, and he's showing him around the house, being like, "Watch out, dog!
Watch out, dog!" Air Blood. I want to see that fucking movie.
That'd be fucking dark.
The prequel.
Hire this dog. Hire Indy for it.
Oh no, it was the golden retriever.
I was out of my mind at this and shit. I think when we first see Todd, you might think it's like some
like
drug
C
shit.
or C. Like, what do you mean? Like, just first time
the opening scene with Indy realizing that something was not right in the house, and then the drops of blood come in, and then I was like, is this a drug thing? Is it a sickness thing? And then when the sister comes over, then it jumps in time to him going to his dad's fucking house in the woods, and he seemed like drug behavior. Like he's like, why are you leaving town? The doctors wouldn't like that. What does that mean? And there's a line that she says on the phone. This is in the first 15 minutes. Did they follow you?
Mm-hmm.
You know, which I'm like, oh, okay. So maybe this is something pre-existing. What really got my fucking goat, if I had one, was this motherfucker couldn't close the door to save his fucking life. You get a fucking chain to go into your dad's fucking bat cave fucking residence, Evil Dead fucking lair. Close the fucking gate when you're done. Pouring rain out. You got a fucking dog, dude. Close the fucking front door. As much as I hate fucking gunshots in a car, I hate motherfuckers they never did in the sitcoms. MZ knows this. No one ever closed the door in a fucking sitcom. You bring your dog into this fucking dilapidated fucking dojo. Sup, Double D? Close the fucking door. You don't want your fucking dog running outside. Check for ticks, motherfucker.
What's the name of the film?
Asshole. No, Good Boy.
Yeah, Indy's a good boy. He's good with that. Okay.
Owner. Yeah, his owner, asshole. More like asshole.
Speaking of asshole, one of the things that really bothered me was when he pulled Indy like under the bed. That scene where like he like yanked him, and also the scene when he was like, "Get the fuck out of here," or like whatever he said.
Like grabs him by like the neck.
Yeah, I don't like that.
And when he was in the hospital.
Yeah.
The under the bed scene seemed more like protection to me.
That's fair. Yeah. At first you don't know, but
like I'm fucking here, dude. Don't fucking be that. But the third time's like, boy, no, not now. And he fucking chokes him. That and the fucking doghouse scene made me fucking mental.
Well, it's funny because the credits never showed any ASPCA members, visiting this set, making sure that the dog is okay and everything like that.
Really? I didn't look.
Huh?
Ruh-roh.
Yeah, Ruh-roh is right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no ASPCA members. I don't know if that would be trouble.
You know what?
I think so.
I think
they released the film.
Yeah, I think it's just because it's his dog, and they didn't need that. So if you're hiring a trained dog, I think that's different. But yeah, and I'm not.
He didn't hurt his dog. It was a fucking movie.
It was a movie. They didn't. I don't think Indy actually got hurt, but it's as an animal lover and a dog lover, it's hard to see. We can see that in when someone does that to a human, it's like, oh, okay, well, you can apologize and they'll understand. But like, I feel like in that case, like a dog is just trying to, like, dude's fucking like in rough shape, and the dog's just trying to like give him love and protect him, and it's hard to see that because the dog doesn't understand, right?
Yeah, the dog's
I also was wondering if, like, the slow descent into whatever was occurring with Todd, if that was affecting some of his decisions on top of his medical condition.
It was,
like,
I think so.
Oh, for sure.
Like when he put him in the doghouse, that entire, like, there was no emotional response from Todd, who seemed like a troubled owner but loved his dog during most of the film, and then this moment of detachment occurred when he put him outside, and it kind of had that Amityville Brolin like effect to his demeanor.
Yes. And then when he snapped out of it, he was like, what the fuck? And it was a great scene how when that happened, they were echoing a shot earlier of him putting his legs on Indy, and Indy's reaction.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
The
yeah,
butt
yeah.
scratches.
Yeah. And he's like, what the fuck, dog? Like, you fucking put me outside, man. Fuck you, motherfucker. like I'll forget about this, but right now I'm a little bit pissed,
And I just love the idea of not being able to see any of the people. Like there was like they run into a hunter who's dressed up like fucking Zodiac. For Christ's sake, they didn't have to do that. I mean, in the context of that character appearing, you can understand it because he's a hunter and he's got to be completely camouflaged. But damn it, man, do you have to dress like the Zodiac to do it?
Right. And Chekhov's foxtrot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The another thing I have a caveat about is the CGI. The CGI is woefully bad. It is really, really bad with a very poorly realized apparition. I wasn't on board with the way it looked. I thought it looked rushed. It didn't look good at all. You couldn't really make out what the hell it was either because it looked different every
It was
time.
just a
It
shadow.
wasn't like it was. Yeah, but it didn't look good. It just didn't look good to me.
That guy who like pours food all over himself in a car, like that guy on TikTok. I think that would have been more effective than the CGI in this.
Yeah. I think that's a safe statement to make.
Yeah, and it's understandable, right? I mean, low budget, but yeah, I think you probably could have. I mean, it could have done it with a small crew, but maybe it was one of those things where with Indy they didn't want to have too many people on set, Sure. So, I mean, I kind of get it. I don't know the story behind that, so I can't really say, but could have been they just wanted to keep the set with as few people as possible, and they decided to do that CGI, and they didn't have a lot of money. But yeah, I agree. It didn't look great, but it also didn't ruin my enjoyment because they were in shadows most of the time, so it didn't ruin my enjoyment too much. But it was something that I think could have done better.
Well, there's a scene that came out with where a fox comes out from behind a tree, and I'm like, ooh, boy, does that look rough. But
yeah,
it's only on for a couple of seconds. It doesn't destroy the movie.
Right. Agreed. Yeah.
Now, the score to this film is quite good.
Yep.
Very good, in fact. It sets the tone. It just sounded good. It sounded right for this tone of film. A lot of it takes place during the course of the night, and usually it's raining. A lot of rainy nights where this was filmed. And I just love the sound of the score in this. It just sounded so right.
And that also plays right into another trait that dogs have, the hearing.
Yeah.
You know, like I think that they did such a good job on the sound design in this. You know,
Mm.
I, I really think, and you know, I'm gonna go back to what Wolfie said. They had to have had a small set, like a very limited room of people in that, because I think that that may have helped Indy's performance to just focus on his director dad, to have those genuine, it felt like candid moments with the dog.
Yeah,
Like a
agreed.
lot of dogs, like when a lot of people are around, they act different because they're on sensory overload. So to be able to have that level of like honest dog natural reactions, like I feel like they had like a 3-4 person crew at most in there.
Yeah. It sounds right to me. I mean, I'm watching Good Boy right now. I'm looking at it, and you could see how when it's edited together, what scenes in which Indy and the director were just by themselves, because the dog is practically in every single scene in this
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
It's a safe bet to make he's in about maybe 98% of this film, and he just rules the movie. And to have just to have that trust between the director and the dog to work together and make it work the way they were able to make it work, it it's a feather in the cap of the director, but that damn dog, man, he gets all the credit in the world. I mean, just to perform. I mean, I'm watching him. I'm looking at the face on him that he's making. I mean, you could see concern, you could see love and hope and all this other stuff. I mean, and it looks genuine. It doesn't look like, he's being, come on, all right, do this, do that, do this, do that. It looks genuine. It looks natural. It looks fluid, you know?
That
I
scene
mean,
when it
what?
looked in the back seat out the back window at the blurred
Oh,
vision at
oh
the
yeah.
beginning, like that genuine dog curiosity.
Mm.
Like
The
it's
head tilt and everything. Yeah.
hmm
Yeah.
I learned recently what the head tilt is. Did any of you guys know? I thought it was just they hear a word or something that they recognize, and it's to like kind of sharpen focus.
Mhm.
But apparently, it's their nose, because of the way their eyes are. Like their nose is in the way, and if they need to get a better look, they turn sideways like that, and their nose is now out of the way of one eye, so they can see better.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I had no idea.
You know what? Honestly, that makes sense, because most of the times when dogs tilt their head, it's when their human is within a certain amount of feet of them. So when they're
Yeah, yeah.
trying to look at the human, they're staring just at their nose the whole time, so they tilt a little more when you're up close.
Yep. Yep.
I learned something new every day. Thank you.
I just learned that recently. Um, let's see. All right. Well, I think we should probably wind this one down to a verdict, because we got another film to talk about, and I want to get MZ's thoughts. But before we do that, actually, Marion just said the budget was only $70,000. Yeah. All right.
Wow, no
That's
kidding.
pretty crazy. So kudos to them. Yeah, it's actually really impressive what they were able to do with this, and it's really good. All right, let's do the verdict for Good Boy.
Trick or treat, baby.
I wonder if people would say you're a trick or a treat.
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
All right, verdict time. We'll let you know whether Good Boy was a trick or a treat, and any final thoughts. Let's start with MZ.
Well, first of all, any movie that shows the mutant and Carnival of Souls on the TV is already going in the right direction. Obviously, a lover of old horror. Yeah, I'm giving this a treat. It does have its scary moments. There is tension that's pretty decent. There are shadows in which there are you could sense a threat. The performances are solid, I thought. The dog is just a goddamn. It's probably the best thing I've ever seen this year. That dog Indy puts in a performance that can rival anyone this year. And if you don't believe it, you haven't seen it. Just everything about this dog did everything so right. It was so right. The music is good. The scares are there. But I do feel that the story is lacking. As far as the whole dogs seeing apparitions while we can't, they're able to see things that we can't. Yes, that's true. And that's what they were trying to put here into this film. I just don't think it transferred that well as far as the story is concerned. Uh, maybe someone else will do it right, but it's just not done right here. And I'm watching the dog looking out the window where it's daytime, and then boom, it's nighttime. But the dog is just amazing, and literally saves this film. This is a good treat for me, for Good Boy.
All right,
Yeah.
Raven Shadow.
Yeah, again, I mean, he broke a record. Yes. Indy's performance was fantastic. The wrangling, the shots they used. Again, it's a testament to filmmaking that you can frame a shot and have it convey, sinister nature, violence, and obviously no dog lover is going to put their dog in jeopardy. I'm sure some of the emotionality of the dog's performance was actually looking at his owner, or Kahu, if you're into the whole Hawaiian thing. But that dog looking outside, like that's how Ollie would look at me when I'm mowing the lawn or going to work and shit like that. I think the ambiguity of this film may have hurt it as a viewer for me. Like is it a metaphor for sickness? Is it really demons? Is it really the sins of the father? We're not too sure. But again, for its budget, for what it was able to convey, if his director's first movie is to make a dog picture, what's the old expression? Never make never make a movie with animals or on the water. Or with children. Never work with animals or children or whatever the fuck. So I am down for whatever this director and Indy does next. Even if he just retired, what the fuck? What more are you gonna do, bro? You were in Daredevil and you were in this flick. Fucking whatever. Take off your spurs. I think the ambiguity did suffer for me. So I will say this is a technical marvel, but a tepid treat.
All right. How about you, Anthony?
I can only imagine the production meeting going something like, hey, I got a script that's dog shit. How can we beef it up? I got a dog.
Yeah.
You got a dog? No, I got a dog. And you know what they did? Just came to mind. Could be the new Lassie.
For sure.
Of performances. A Star is Born. I will give it a treat.
All right. For me, it's also a treat. I think there's enough here that's really impressive, and it was a tougher watch than I thought it was going to be, though. That end kind of fucking, oh man, it was rough. The end was rough. In a different way than I expected, I'll say that. But yeah, I think I really, I guess I would have preferred a different type of ending.
Yes.
I really, I don't want to say whether it's a happy ending or not. But I think that how it ended, if it was the antithesis of that, it would have been a better ending. Considering all that happened and led up to that. But that was the decision that was made, and it didn't necessarily take away from how impressive some of the other things are. So, that's where we're at. But yeah, it's a breezy watch too. It's an hour 15 minutes. There's very little dialogue, obviously, and it's a lot of just indie, but indie is very compelling on screen. So I think that it works. So yeah, it's a treat for me. I would recommend people watch if you're a dog lover, animal lover. It might be a little rough. Just just saying that so you're prepared. But there you go. That is our discussion of Good Boy.
They should have had Air Blood come in the end and save the day.
And then they're going to have the Air Crypt too.
That's the next one.
But yeah, I saying that does minimize the joke, which is the Air Bud reference, which I like quite a bit. So let's stick with Air Blood. All right. So we're going to just move on to the next flick, and we're going to talk about the film Shelby Oaks. And let me just pull up the info here. Shelby Oaks recently got a VOD release. It had a limited theatrical run. And this is a film that is directed by Chris Stuckman. I know I mentioned it before, but Chris Stuckman is a YouTuber, and he does film reviews, and he's good. I actually like him. I watched a lot of his stuff over the last few years, and I didn't know he was a filmmaker, but this is his first film. He's been working on it for a while, and yeah, good for him. I mean, he fucking Mike Flanagan executive produced it. I mean, it's pretty impressive for your first fucking flick. So good on him, and I think he's, we'll talk about it, but I think he's got some talent. I think I'd like to see some more from Mr. Stuckman. But yeah, so it's directed by Chris Stuckman, written by Chris Stuckman and Sam Liz, and the film stars Camille Sullivan, Brendan Sexton III, Michael Beach, Sarah Dern, Mason Hyger, Joe Quinn, and also we have he's not listed here on the main page of IMDb, but the legend, the man himself, Keith David, had a brief role in this. So it's always good to see Keith David, regardless of how long he's in the movie. But that's kind of a cool thing. Adds a nice little feather in his cap working with Keith David. So
oh yeah,
pretty awesome. And the synopsis for this film: a woman's obsessive search for her missing sister leads her into a terrifying mystery at the hands of an unknown evil. And by the way, this film's rated R, 91 minutes. It's funny, when we were watching this Raven Chat, I was thinking, if Double D hasn't seen this seems like something that'd be right up his alley, because it's kind of found footagey, and I know that he's a big fan of that. So yeah, so Double D, if you haven't, check it out. But
agreed.
Let's dig in. MZ, why don't we get your first impression?
Yeah, it is a first person rather, but then the perspective changes. Not midway through, but I would say maybe 15% through the film, it'll start going to third person and play out like a regular film. I wasn't too sure what to expect from this. I saw the trailer for it. We watched it here, and I mean, it looked like it could have been good, but there was something about it that was striking me really, really odd. I figured it could be good. You know what? I was really not on board with this all that much. I think there's some aspects of it that are very, very good. There are some aspects of it that I'm like, if that's really the wise choice, I don't care how desperate you are. There's just some things you just wouldn't do. And I would say visiting an abandoned prison in the middle of the night by yourself with a singular flashlight is certainly not one thing that I would do when you're out looking for your sister. I don't know. I mean, this is okay, but I just feel like this while it's kind of unusual in a weird sense. Maybe it's the third person, first person perspective I'm looking at that's throwing me off. I don't know. Um, I don't know. There's just something about it that just didn't grab on to me. I don't know if it has to do with the sister, the one that's looking for the other sister I'm talking about. Um, I don't know. I just couldn't connect with her for any reason. I just really didn't feel anything for her. Not that she's doing anything wrong or, she's a bad person or anything. It was just something about her that I just couldn't connect with. Although the look of the prison is impressive, and it looks, yeah, it's an actual abandoned prison. I don't know. I just there's something about this film that I'm just not connecting with. Maybe as you guys talk, I can refine that connection.
All right. Raven Shadow, how about you?
So it's funny. Monster Zero said that we watched a trailer for this. I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, we did a reaction to it.
Really, I probably didn't react, but
probably not.
So I just pressed play, and going into it, I did think of Double D, as I often do. But I'm like, okay, this is just a fucking found footage, not just, but it's found footage, and I liked how it swerved because I did see like, how you gonna put fucking Keith David in a fucking found footage fucking movie? The fuck. And also another actor, he played a cop, but that dude's fucking. He had a big beard. He was great. He was in Sons of Anarchy. He was one of the I think the Niners. I think he was the VP of the Niners. And he's a fucking great actor. Uh, but I like how it I think it definitely, and it's funny, the director is a YouTuber dude. I think he nailed that early 90s, 2000s, whatever the fuck, that era of ghost hunters or whatnot. And I'm sure our friends at Paranormal Punchers might be, crying gimmick infringement. But I liked how it morphed into something else. And if I'm understanding what MZ said, we had a very smart character in the sister who became really dumb as the film progressed. I wouldn't even say the prison thing is don't go into the fucking haunted house and you have enough wherewithal to fucking take a knife with you. I don't know. Bring weapons. Come on. You fucking hunting your fucking sister's fucking disappearance. You get stones like a motherfucker, roll deep with some weapons. And I was just very frustrated by that it didn't have to be this long. Again, not a very long runtime, but you could have gotten to the dance a lot quicker, a lot of unnecessary walking around the wood scenes. And I think it crumbled to a point where when it got more interesting, I seemed to care less. And again, it was a smart character who continued to do dumb things. But I'm intrigued by the conversation that we may have.
All right. Anthony, how about you?
I felt it had an identity crisis. It didn't know what it wanted to be. I mean, the way it rolled out at the beginning, like, okay, it definitely took liberties with Blair Witch influence. The way that
Blair
it was,
Witch.
yeah, legit, completely. Even with the usage of symbols and things like that.
Shit.
Then when it went into like the true crime element, interview segment, then I think it just was a little too busy. But I will give credit to the lead actresses in it. I think that they were dealt a script that seemed a little bit all over the place, but they were able to garner the sympathy needed to keep the film somewhat interesting towards the end.
All right. For me, let's see. I'm still a little bit on the fence as well about this one. But let me go. Actually, let me read James Ellis. Emma Stone's resounding skin tag says, regarding Chris Stuckman, as both an artist and journalist myself, I feel for him. Can I honestly say that opportunities have been lost to me because of being a critic? The honest answer is yes. Having said that, I've not seen Shelby Oaks, and I'm sure it's plop plop. So yeah, it is one of those things, and I think Chris Stuckman, if I'm not mistaken, I think he actually changed the way that he did his reviews once he started working on a film. I think he only did films that he liked. I think he stopped doing reviews of films that he didn't like, so that he could keep kind of a positive mindset about it. Because like you kind of toe that line, right, of being a critic and an artist. So if you're ripping apart someone else's art, you're leaving yourself really open to to having the same thing happen. So I get it. But I do think the passion is there, and I think I actually see that I think he's got talent as a director. It's very much there. I do think that we often use the saying 10 pounds of shit in a 5 pound bag. And when I say that, I don't mean that it was shit. I just mean, you're putting a lot into a small place, and it's just going to start oozing out the sides.
Crumbling under its own weight.
Yeah.
Crumbling under its own.
And and I think that he tried to do what he wanted to do, but it's one of those things where maybe he just shot for the moon a little bit too much, because he's like, well, I'm making a movie, I'm going to really fucking go for it. And Mike Flanagan was there backing him up as a producer, like, that's fucking awesome. So you just go for it. But I do think that it does. There's an interesting premise here, and I like that it's kind of like I use found footage loosely, like third person first person perspective. We get that it's sort of a bit of a documentary style for a bit. We see the film crew there, recording the sister, and so we get some different perspectives and different ways of showing the story through different mediums. So ultimately, I think that's interesting, and it's an interesting way to introduce the story. I actually thought it was kind of a good way in. Like, what were they called? The paranormal
plumbers?
No. Do you guys remember? Shit.
Oh, paranoid. Something like that.
Paranoid pollywogs.
Paranoid paranormals or something like that.
No, it was the paranormal something or other. I can't believe
paranormal puddle jumpers.
It was the paranormal paranoids.
That's it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's it. Yeah.
The paranormal puckwudgies.
You back in the Bridgewater Triangle?
Exactly.
Ewan Chu, here.
I mean, they could have went with that. Would have been cool. They could have looked for the puckwudgie. Anyways, yeah. I just forgot. Now they said puckwudgie. I forget what paranormal. Paranoids. That's it. Paranormal paranoids. I'm gonna write that down. I thought that was kind of a good entry point. That's something that was very much present in the late 90s, early 2000s. Like, so, I understand the sort of where it comes from. And I think this is 2008, if I'm not mistaken, and that was like the beginning of YouTube. So I thought it was a good entry point. And even when like the dude who comes to her house, like that whole thing was pretty fucking like wow. When the dude boom.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Then it
Forgot about
really
that.
became found footage.
Yeah. Evidence. It became found evidence. And they're not that kind of like, FBI shit in Rhode Island where they're kicking snow around. Anyways, yeah, I thought it was a good entry point, and I actually really like the ghost town bit and the fucking amusement park like that. There's some really fucking cool shit here.
Cool.
Yeah,
that looked cool.
I kind of wish
New Ohio for sure.
Yeah. I kind of wish that was explored a little bit more. Like, I love the idea of of the abandoned amusement park and that's cool. Like, and that was present there, but it wasn't like I think it could have been more. And maybe it's a budget thing, maybe it's a set thing. They didn't have enough that they could really use, and they didn't have the ability to build something. So that's always possible. But yeah, I think it became a little bit too not necessarily predictable, but it got a little bit too sort of tropey. Where when she goes to find her sister, and like a few years ago, maybe 10 years ago, that might have been a little bit more shocking, but I feel like it had like a little bit of the Barbarian effect. Going down into the basement.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things, and supposedly he started writing this in like 2016, I think, or 17, something like that. So I'm not saying that it was influenced by other films, but we've seen other films that do some things that are similar. So it just doesn't seem to hit the same way. So I think that's a part of it as well. Ultimately, it's not bad. It's just not great. It's just not like I was hoping for something a little bit more, because I'd heard some pretty good buzz about this. But that's kind of all I'll say. We'll keep this one a little bit more brief, especially because there's some stuff that spoilery stuff that we don't want to get into. So yeah, what else do you guys want to sort of tackle with this?
Yeah, it feels very middle of the road, and actually, there's just some things here that I just wish they kind of like, well, I wish they kind of enhanced upon was, you got the girl, the main, whose name I don't remember. She is looking out the window and she sees
Riley.
a figure outside
Mhm.
the door through the blinds. And he sticks around for a little while, then he's on her porch, and then he leaves. And then as soon as he is out of frame of a window, she runs out and looks. And of course he's not there. And I'm saying to myself, bitch, the porch around. Why don't you look around the corner and see what's going on there? Because it's obviously there. There's obviously a turn to the left, and she just doesn't do it.
Did you guys lose MZ?
Yep.
Okay. All right. MZ, if you happen to come back, we're losing you. You're cutting out there.
Yep. Turn the corner.
But yeah, I think
And
there we go.
nothing happened. Another scene is when she's in the house. She's watching a videotape, and this was after a violent death that happened while she was there, and the police were there. They're taping the place off, the whole bit. She's still in the house. It's hours later. It's dark. she's watching this videotape, and she's still got the blood all over her face.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm like, what? Have you ever heard of a face cloth? You know, wash
Nope.
But
that
that
shit
could be
off.
some trauma stuff, though. That could be some shell shock.
Nah, no.
It
The
stood out
shell
to me
shock
too.
the shell shock wouldn't allow you to go find a videotape, pop it in a VCR, and watch it.
I don't know, but like not watching. I don't know. I hear what you're saying 'cause it stood out to me,
Yeah.
but like, I don't know. I don't.
Her husband to me was just
Douchebag.
like an off the
yeah.
charts disaffected.
Oh yeah, he was a piece of shit.
He was, but it was so overt. It's like, why is he even in the picture here? Like at all? And he was distractingly similar in looks to Peter Sarsgaard. And I kept the whole time I kept being like, is that Peter Sarsgaard? I'm like, no. But it was just like, she's got blood in her face. You're not even bringing out a friggin' wet cloth. Like, dude,
But he should have attended.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah. Absolutely.
Like at what point do you just say, let's end this shit?
Yeah.
Right. And I just think that was just so like, and look, I think some of us have been in pretty bad relationships where it just dies on the vine, right? But at the same time, it's like this just didn't feel natural or normal of a relationship with a husband and wife to me, so I couldn't really connect with the dynamic at all.
Even if so, like 12 years had passed since the sister had disappeared. So if you argue like this cat's been along for the ride, maybe he was supportive the years 1, 2, and 3, and now he's tired of it. But it's kind of a big fucking deal, right? Like, how do you stop fighting that fight? How do you stop searching? And yeah, I'm sure it's taxing, but when she brings some fucking evidence and he's like fucking like, I don't know who you are anymore, or just like, you're fucking out of your mind, like, fuck you, dog. You
Like,
know what
that
I mean?
was the turning point in the relationship. Like, come on.
Right. Right.
Yeah, it. I think it was just sort of tried to get to the point without, belaboring it and staying on it. But I agree, it did feel really bizarre, like to just have him peace out so quickly, But yeah, there's I mean, you guys are right. I mean, it's the whole fucking idiot plot, though. Like Raven Chat, I know you fucking some things just stick in your craw, man, and especially
I have something here.
Okay.
I have something here, but keep going.
All right,
Yeah.
well, the prison, and going to the fucking prison at like whatever, like late at night. There's like it's abandoned, and who the fuck knows what's out there. She's seeing like this. Was that a wolf or like a wolf dog? Like,
Right.
Yeah,
That wasn't the first movie.
A
with
Hound of
that,
Hell.
the thing in their retinas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not a good boy.
So not a good. We got a good boy and not a good boy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I don't know. Like it's just one of those things that it's a little. You can see if it like just happened and her sister just went missing, but something that happened, was it 12 years ago, I think it was. Granted, I get that there's some new information that sort of popped up, but still little hard to swallow.
What's stuck in my craw? Okay, Izzy, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, yeah, that there is some witchcraft involved, which does kind of spice it up a little bit, but by that time it doesn't really even matter because, it just doesn't. You don't care because I just feel like the character is like somewhat not very well fleshed out. I just wish a little bit more time was paid to the characters in developing them. I will say the house set that she does come across is effectively creepy.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Um,
sure.
it,
For sure.
it
For
does
sure.
have a weird vibe to it. Um, although again, I mean, you're in this abandoned amusement park where it's just the Ferris wheel, which is cool. Okay, that works. But as she's walking around, you see one of the you know uh, posters for these missing people,
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
and it's like, what the hell is that doing there? Who the hell would put a poster of that there? It just in the middle of the woods, for Christ's sake. It just doesn't make any sense to me. And when you see this house in the middle of the woods by itself, it's the Blair Witch Project
Mm-hmm. Yep.
uh, process going into your head. You got this ramshackle of a house that's out in the middle of nowhere. You're looking for something, you know, chances are this is going to be it. So, um, not much in terms of suspense in this regard. Uh, I just wish a little bit more time was paid attention to the story, the character development, as well as anything else in this movie. I'm not saying and I'm going to go with Wolfie. It's not a bad film. It really isn't.
Yeah.
There is some good to be found here. Um, the director has got a skill. There is something here, and I want to see what else he can do. But I just feel that this was not exactly what I'm looking for. It might work for somebody else, but for me, not so much.
You know what comes to mind for me when I watched it? That I agree with what you're saying. With the if they had more time, this could have been a longer arc that would have flowed better. It If it was a true detective season,
Yep.
I think it would have been served better because that is an example of kind of where they went with it. They take you through reality and then really start bending it at a point, and the crescendo on it was very similar vibes to season one at the end of
Yeah.
True Detective. I don't know if folks have seen it, but
I've seen season one. It's a masterpiece.
yeah, it knows how to float, and it's one of the best series I've ever seen. But it floats that line between reality and supernatural in a very effective way as a crime drama too. And I think that's what this kind of wanted to be in a way. But yeah, that's after listening to what you folks were saying, that's what I came up with.
Yeah. And I feel like there's almost a little bit of I got like a little bit of Twin Peaks vibe, like where is Riley
Sure.
Brennan? like
Sure.
Laura
Yep.
Palmer. Like that's something we haven't had in a while, I think. Like,
Nope.
like like a marketing campaign like that of like what happened to Riley Brennan? What happened to Laura Palmer? Like those are like big questions that lead you into this, and that is the the main sort of opening of this. But I feel what happened wasn't like when that's the question, what happened to Riley Brennan? I feel like the answer has to be more shocking than what we saw. And not that it wasn't like, whoa, what the fuck? There's a little bit of what the fuck going on, but I feel like it's what the fuck, but we've seen it,
And they didn't commit to the what the fuck.
Yeah.
Like it got fucking dark. Like what happened? Oh. Like it did get fucking dark with what happened to her. And what took me out, and I'm glad our pal is on for lots of reasons, but one of which is again, I'm lucky enough to have not been experienced certain trauma. But I would think if one experienced certain trauma, there's going to be an extended hospital stay of stuff, maybe a psychological evaluation. You know what I mean? For everyone involved. And I don't think you immediately get released to a situation without going through a medical process, especially a very high profile case. Like those fucking Chilean miners, once they got out of the hole, they didn't fucking go on patrol. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sure they fucking had some crisis intervention people on hand to fucking talk them fucking down. And you don't go from one fucking scenario to another one at day 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was part of like the not being served. They tried to pack too much into it, right?
Right. Well, you could have cut the fucking. It's felt like a 20-minute walking in the woods scene to 10 minutes to have a little bit of dialogue. Nope, she waived the rights to go home. You know, the movie we watched fucking last week when my man got a fucking broken kidney or whatever the fuck. He waived the rights to leave the hospital. I would have rather that little bit of dialogue than to see her walk around the woods that I felt my beard growing in.
All right, we MZ's gotta run.
Yeah.
So MZ, why don't you go ahead and give your verdict? I'll message you the films because there's a caveat about it. So I'll message you after. But yeah, go ahead and give your verdict, MZ, for Shelby Oaks.
Okay. Yeah, I feel this is very middle of the road. Can understand what the director is trying to do here.
Sure.
There are some really bad choices that the lead actress makes in this film. There's some things that she does that just makes no sense at all, and stuff that no person, no matter how desperate, would even try. You know? It's shot well. I mean, the found footage aspect looks good. I think if he stuck with a found footage, found footage film, he might have something here. I just feel like it loses something as soon as it goes to regular film. Uh, Although having Keith David in it does not hurt at all. Then getting him even for what 6-7 minutes. I mean, you have him for a day. Get what you can out of him.
Mm-hmm.
It's certainly not going to hurt your film at all. So I'm going to give this a tepid treat. It's very, very borderline because I just feel that the story is also not very well developed. I think the characters are not very well developed, but there is something here. And I think if his next film is a found footage film, uh, I think he might have better, uh, a better grasp as to what he's doing. I think a found footage film would work with him perfectly. So this is a tepid treat for me.
All right. All right, MZ. MZ's gonna take off, but I'll message you the flicks, MZ.
Okay.
So go ahead and say your goodbye.
All right. Well, arrivederci, douchebags. Anthony, good seeing you, my brother.
Good seeing you, brother. Get some rest.
All right. Yeah, and I'll see you on the interwebs. All right, and you guys, I will see you next week.
Hell yeah. All right, MZ. Take care, bud.
Okay, later, guys.
See you.
Yep. Bye.
See ya.
All right. So MZ's tapping out for the night. And yeah, we're going to start wrapping this up. Raven Shadow, did you say the thing that really bothered you? I know you said a couple things after, but you...
It was the aftercare of a patient. Biggest thing was don't close the fucking Biggest thing was the aftercare of the patient and a smart character doing stupid shit.
Yeah.
And I can save that for my wrap up. But yeah, the lack of a medical care team really fucking bothered me.
You like good a care team, so
yeah, well, I need one.
Oh shit. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Anything else you guys wanted to bring up about this?
Yeah, I mean, again, I could do for my ending, my wrap up.
All right. Yeah. So let's do that. Let's do the verdict. MZ gave his already, so Raven Chat, why don't you go ahead and give yours?
So again, I like this movie. Took a lot of twists and turns. It's what it. I'm not saying it's fucking From Dusk Till Dawn, where it's one half one movie, one half the other, but I think I mean, it definitely, um, it could go from the inspired Blair Witch plot to a more linear storytelling. Um, but again, though, it's also 2025, and I'm going to use the term elevated horror in a different way, where maybe I'm just sick of fucking characters doing dumb shit. I get it. Fucking if Batman gets a fucking note from the Joker, he knows he's going to the fucking trap. But you know what? He's fucking Batman. He can do that. Sometimes like in a video game, you're going in the right direction when the bad guys show up. But I think there was you had a smart character that got really dumb. Fucking sometimes call the fucking police. There was a scene where she had her phone, and unless I fucking missed the mark, she had more fucking bars than Tupac on her fucking phone. Fucking text some fucking 911 motherfucking officials and don't go downstairs in a haunted fucking house. You know the fucking wherewithal to fucking take a fucking knife from the fucking kitchen table, but you don't bring some fucking mace or a fucking batarang with you? Come on.
Batarang.
I got a batarang I bring with me places.
I believe that, actually.
But again, my man made a fucking movie. That's dope. I think he just crumbled to get to the end of the dance, but had some great ideas in this. I am definitely down with what the director does next, but I gotta say this: the ending. Characters should be smarter nowadays. I'm sick of fucking dumb jock number 1 or big titty girl number 4. I'm probably never sick of that. I'll be honest with you. But no, I mean we've seen Sinners, we've seen movies. You can do it smarter. It's okay to get killed, but do it in a smart way. I will say this is a tepid treat. Your mileage may vary. I'm not saying don't check it out. I'm just saying it could have been a little bit better.
All right. How about you, Anthony?
I think that Raven Shadow and MZ summed up a lot of the points I have. But yet, I feel like he loves the genre, had many loves in the genre of different, classifications, had an opportunity to make a film, threw the kitchen sink at it, because anytime you get a chance to make a film with Mike Flanagan as a producer, you want to, like, this is my shot. This is my own, like some folks get television. It's their only shot. I think he tried to cram too much into it, because it seemed like there were many scenes that were mirror images of a lot of classics. Like when the killer was staring out the window of his jail cell, like that's Michael Myers staring out the window of the asylum, right? Ready to get out. I feel like the plot device of utilizing the theme park is great, but how much time did we spend in that theme park? They didn't have a budget to flesh that out. And, it's like, I see what Wolfie said about having that Twin Peaks-ish vibe, for sure. But at the same time, it's kind of like bumping your friends, being like, "Did you see that car crash?" Like, and saying, "Oh yeah, we saw it too." I'm like, "What? Who do you think was at fault?" Like, how'd that happen? And it kind of had that vibe. But I think he's going to be better in the long run, because there are some real, glimmers of hope in his filming. So again, tepid treat.
All right. I feel like we're all on the same wavelength with this. I'm going to give it a tepid treat as well. I do think that there's some strong elements here. Like the opening is good. I like the hook where where's Riley Brennan, and I like some of the sets. But I think ultimately, when you have that question, where is Riley Brennan, or what happened to Riley Brennan? When you ask that question, the answer needs to be satisfactory. And I think we've seen too many things in the last several years in which this had a bit of a letdown based, and I'm not saying like, oh, because I've seen this movie and that movie, like this didn't hit as well. It's just that I think in this day and age, if that's your hook, what happened to this character, and then when you find out, I think that reveal has to be shocking. And the reveal was, pretty out there. But I feel it didn't live up to the hype around the question. So for me, I feel like they could have potentially done a better job with that. But ultimately, I mean, this is a pretty well made movie, and there's some good stuff in here. It's not a complete loss, but it just didn't stand up to scrutiny all the way through, I feel. So, but yeah, I hope Chris Stuckman does make additional films, and I hope that we get to see them, because I think he definitely shows a real talent for filmmaking. And, all the films he's reviewed, I don't know if he went to film school or whatever, but all the work he's put into it has definitely paid off, and you can see that he has a care for what he's doing, and he's passionate about it. So, I feel like it's something he should continue to pursue. So yeah, sounds like tepid treats all around. So that's good. I mean, it's not a trick, but there's a little bit left on the table, so to speak, that might have bumped it up a little bit. But yeah, a good first effort, I think, and definitely shows promise. All right, so let's talk about the films for next week, and then we'll wrap up here. So, we're getting down to the nitty gritty here. We got 2 more shows. Next week is episode 700, which is crazy.
We're digging up Pat Robertson for that.
We should. That'd be awesome. We don't have anything major planned, and I don't have the capacity or the energy to plan anything in the next week. So I don't think we're going to do anything major for episode 700. If you guys want to send in voice messages, by all means, please do.
Please.
But we're going to be doing the show a night early, on Tuesday. So, because Christmas is coming up, we're having kind of moving some shows around. And we'll be doing it on Tuesday, the 23rd, roughly around 8 p.m. And so, yeah, we'll be doing it on Tuesday. So if you guys do want to send something in, feel free to send it in to podcast@trickortreatradio.com. And, we're just going to continue rolling on with December Double Feature Cram Jam. And since it is the Christmas episode, like it's the episode closest to Christmas, I usually like to do a Christmas horror. There's not a lot out there. Like, unfortunately. Christmas.
Christmas.
There's one movie that's in theaters. I would like to do Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Shit.
Remake, but it's in theaters. I would not be surprised if it's not doing exceptionally well in theaters, or if it, not to say that it's not doing well, but if they feel like it ran its course in theaters, I could see them dropping it on like Christmas Day, or I'm sorry, like before Christmas, a few days before. So if that happens, I'm going to reserve the right to call an audible. And if that happens, we will do Silent Night, Deadly Night. But I can't find anything about a release date on VOD, which makes sense. It's in theaters, so they're not going to say, oh, it's coming out on VOD, in a few days, because then people aren't going to go pay to see it in the theater. So I get it. But if that does happen to drop, we will pivot to that. So just a caveat there. But yeah, there's a lot of movies still left to do this year. There's some ones that look pretty good too. And it's very difficult to pick what to do. But speaking of just dropping on VOD, I saw this one just dropped, so I feel like we kind of need to do it. It's the latest film from Osgood Perkins. Another fucking movie. Dude is unstoppable. And his new movie is called Keeper. And we did the trailer for that. Do you remember Raven Shadow? Or did you forget
shit,
that
yeah,
one
we
too?
made, like Finders jokes. Yeah. I think I stopped watching it, but because I wanted to see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, Osgood Perkins, his latest film is called Keeper, and you're gonna like the stars. Stars Tatiana Maslany, who played She-Hulk.
Oh, I do like her.
And yeah, so it's his new flick, and it's called Keeper, and it just hit VOD. So if you guys want to check it out, you can. And then the other one, I feel like I think we'll do Keeper no matter what.